Hello everyone, it's Petko Alexandrov and I continue now the course with a video where I will share with you how to backtest the robot or the strategy on MetaTrader. While I'm waiting for some more results with the robot, I will demonstrate to you how backtesting works on MetaTrader, and you will see that it's super similar to what we see in AI Studio. So right in front of me I have the MetaTrader on my VPS, and this is where I have placed the Bitcoin robot, and you see that I have a sell trade opened at 32,829.33. Current price is 30,825, which brings me a profit of $197. And we will see how this trade will go if we have a new bar opening above the moving average, the 5 moving average. The position will close on profit. The only scenario this position might close on a loss, the price goes above the opening and tomorrow opens above the 32,829. And in this case the position will be closed on a loss, okay? But we need to see a really positive day in order for this to happen, but we will see how it will go. Now, while I'm waiting for some more results from this robot, what I want to show you is how to backtest the robot on MetaTrader, and probably this is the easiest way to backtest the strategy on your broker. Alright, so if you have already chosen a broker and you have installed the MetaTrader, you have the robot downloaded from the course, you can backtest it and see how the robot performed with your broker. Alright, because the brokers offer different bid and ask price, different spreads, so the results are slightly different from one broker to another or from one platform to another. So what I will do, I will right click over the chart, I will go to expert advisors and I will go to strategy tester, or you can do that by pressing F6 on your keyboard. The expert advisor is placed automatically, the symbol as well. Then on model we have 3 options: everything, control points, and open prices only. Now the model depends a lot on how the robot or the expert advisor was coded. So in our case I will select open prices only because the strategy works on the opening of the bar. And then below we have the period. You can uncheck use date if you don't want to use the period but you want to backtest the robot on the complete historical data you have. I will show you the difference in a second, but for the moment I will just check it, and I will start the backtest from the 1st of January 2018 right until the current moment. Then we have on the right side the period. This robot works on the daily chart, so I will leave it to daily, and the spread is current. With the broker I have selected, you can see that it is actually fixed to $30, so doesn't really matter if I will leave it to current or I will write $30. Alright, and then I will just click on start and that's it. It's ready. It works that fast with such a robot on daily chart. I will click on the results. Here you will see all the trades that executed from the very beginning. So this account starts from $10,000. Actually, if I go back to settings and if I go to expert properties, this is where you can set the initial deposit. By default it's 10,000. It's alright to leave it there. And then in the results we can see that the balance starting from the 10,000, it went up until $70,000, right? If I click on the graph, you will see how the equity line looks like, and then on report we can see a lot of statistics like consecutive wins, consecutive profits. We can see percentages of long positions, short positions, relative drawdown. It's a lot of things here that I'm not going into details, but the most important is the graph. You want to see a profitable backtest in order to use the strategy for real trading, right? Or the best thing actually is to backtest the strategy, see if it's profitable on your broker or not. If it is profitable, then you test it on a demo account to ensure yourself that it's alright to use that strategy, and after that, when you feel comfortable, you can test it if you decide on a live account. Okay, so this is the backtest on MetaTrader. It works really fast. If I uncheck the starting date, I will perform a backtest for the complete period. In this case, we have data starting since 2017, and if I scroll higher, oh, it's much earlier. It starts from 2014. So let's see the graph in this case. Yeah, it's just going nearly flat because there was not so much volatility during this time until 2017, 2018. Okay, so from use date, one more time, you can select a starting date, and this is useful if you want to test the strategy or the robot for the last few months, for example. Below we have the visual mode, which is quite interesting when you do it for a first or a second time. I usually don't use it, but I will show it to you. So if I click on start, a new tab will open, and simply you will see all the trades opening and closing. So when we have a red arrow, it is a short trade. When it's a green one, it's a long trade, and then it shows where the trade was open and closed, and I can increase the speed a bit. Okay, here it is. So it will visualize the backtest a little bit faster. You can see this is back in 2019 when the price was at about 3, 4, 5, 7, 8,000, 9,000 at this current moment, and still the robot works very nice. And if I increase it to the last, it will be completed until the current moment. Okay, so the visual mode is just for you to have an idea how the backtest works, or where the trades were open and closed. Now, very interestingly here is to compare these results, or this backtest graph that ended at about $70,000, starting from $10,000, with the strategy builder AI Studio. So here is the strategy, and you can see that the balance chart is just the same. Okay, here the window is very small, that's why it looks a little bit different, but it's actually the very same thing. On MetaTrader we see it in a huge wide window, that's why it looks like that. But if I minimize it, you will see that on AI Studio we have the very same backtest, and actually to make sure that the results are similar, you need to change the symbol settings in AI Studio. So what you need to do is click on data, and then you have symbol settings, and right here you need to enter the spread, you need to enter the swap long and the swap short. So if I go to the MetaTrader one more time, I will right click on Bitcoin, and on the specification tab we can find how much the swap long is and how much the swap short is. It is in percentage, keep that in mind. So -20 for keeping a long position overnight, and 7.5 interest rate on a yearly basis to keep a short trade. And this is what I have selected on AI Studio: swap type, interest rate or percentage, and then we have the swap long, swap short. Alright, so in data symbol settings you need to set the very same swap long, swap short, spread, how many digits, basically all the settings you get for the symbol from your broker, so you will have identical backtest. Okay, but AI Studio, one more time, is for more professional analysis, where we have Monte Carlo, multi-market, out of sample simulation. We have a huge report right here. We have profit and loss in currency by entry hours, by exit hours, a lot of statistics that are useful when creating a strategy, as well as the indicator chart where we clearly see all trades opening and closing, the balance chart, the journal, and a lot more. But if you don't want to go into details with the AI Studio and you just want to backtest the strategy on MetaTrader, this is how you can do it. It's super easy, and you will see if this strategy actually brought you profits with your broker or not. If it brought you losses, then probably choosing a different broker is the better solution. Maybe the spread is bigger with the broker, and that's why the strategy might show losses with you. I don't know. If you have that issue, just let me know. I will help you out. But you need to see a profitable backtest, of course, with the strategy. Alright, so that will be the assignment for you in the next lecture, and don't hesitate to do it, okay? The backtest is very important before you start testing the expert advisor. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.